We are now standing in the historic home of James Castle. While the exact build date is unknown, the style and materials used suggest the early 1900s. If you imagine the I-beam extending all the way to the floor, you can get a better sense of the close quarters of the original one-room home. Castle moved to this humble home with his mother Mary. They were soon joined by his sister Peggy, Peggy's husband, Guy Wade, and their baby. Peggy and Guy eventually had 4 children. As the family grew, they made additions to the house. At some point, the family enclosed the sleeping porch to the north into 2 small bedrooms, reoriented the front door from north to east, and then built an addition to the south, which included a kitchen, another bedroom, and a bathroom. You can see in the rafters how this home was expanded, using an overbuild method from the original roofline. Looking up, you can also see where the wood-burning stove was located by the square cutouts. Even with these additions, this was a tiny home, shared by a growing family. Castle began to use one of the other buildings, called the Shed, as his private living space and studio. He primarily lived and worked in the shed until 1963, when his family purchased the Cozy Cottage trailer with money from his art sales. Castle lived flexibly between the shed, trailer, and the house. He was gregarious and an active participant in family life, but very private when making his art. His nieces and nephews have many delightful childhood stories of their Uncle Jim. Castle lived on site with his family until he passed away in 1977. It is important to note that the massive body of artwork we know Castle by today were made while he lived in the house, shed, and trailer on this property. The James Castle house carries all 3 of these structures, with the house and shed still in their original locations on site. The trailer is currently stored off-site, but there are plans to bring it back to this property in the near future. The Castle family owned this house until 1996, and the city of Boise purchased the property in 2015. There has been significant changes to the house since the time James Castle lived here. So it was not possible to restore the home to look as it was. The city did 3 years of renovations, with the goal of preserving and showing as much of the original home as possible, while also updating it to be used as a public space. The house opened to the public in April 2018. In the next video, we'll take a closer look at some of James Castle's artwork and discuss his introduction into the art world.